to turn it off because I got work to do. Dang it. I got chores to do. Dang it. I got to go to work because I got to pay for this apartment. Dang it. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. I love it. I need you guys to hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell for the next update, the next Angry Teacher video that's coming out, because you know you're going to learn something and enjoy yourself. With that said, we're a family here and we want you to be a part of it. If you've been here before, you know I love y'all. You know I got y'all. You know I'm excited when you guys comment. I'm excited when you come on. I'm excited when you hit the like. I'm excited when you're here because we grow and we get tighter as a family unit, as a community. Come on, let's get this channel going. So it's the season, right? You have a lot of seniors going off to school or just leaving the nest because, you know, they graduate this year. But with that said, there are a couple of things that they need to know, a couple of life skills that they won't suffer dramatically if they don't get it, although they may. But hey, let's get into the video and check some of these out and see where they fall, or see where you fall as someone who has stake in their lives. We got to get these kids, get them ready to leave. Let's get into it. Number one, how to manage money. Now, I'm no expert by any means on how to manage money, but it's something that kids need to know. So make sure what little or much that you might know about how to manage money, make sure you educate them on that. How to not necessarily do their taxes, because, you know, we got people to do that, or we have programs who can walk us through that. But it doesn't hurt to know what it means. We got to teach them how to save, how to use wisely, how to delay gratification until they need something, not just what they want. Do I still need those new pair of shoes every time they come out, or that new iPhone every time they come out because it's fashionable or everybody else is doing it? As I become an adult, as I go into my own living space, as I go off to school, does anybody care that I wear a new or get my hair done every 2 seconds? No. So unless I can do it by myself, do it for myself, instead of paying all this money, do I have to cut my hair every four days? You know, there's certain things that we need to teach kids how to navigate and manage money. Also, there are, different apps that allow you to budget, to navigate funds, how to invest. Yep, a lot of us don't talk about it because our generation probably didn't know a lot about it. But kids need to start investing. They need to start putting money away for their future and their families. And they need to start budgeting so that they'll be stronger adults financially. Number two, how to cook. Oh my God, that's such a big deal. Yes, it's, you know, you can eat out a lot, but why would you put some of these things are not healthy, one, and two, there's something to cooking. Some of us will find it therapeutic, while others will find it necessary, because sometimes you might have 4 things in your refrigerator in college, or 4 things in your apartment when you leave the house, and mom is working too hard, so she won't be able to cook, or you won't be able to go over and get food. So you got to use what you have in there. So if you learn how to cook, you can do more than boil water. You can do more than boil water and drop an egg in it. You can do more than boil water and put some noodles in. So these are things that you learn how to cook something so that you'll be able to use whatever you have left over, or repurpose something that you've already had, or you'll be able to survive outside of the comfort of your home. All right. So that's a skill you need when you go off to college or when you move into your new apartment. Number 3, be a self-starter. Initiate movement in your life. If you know that you want to go to school, don't wait for someone to tell you to do it. Or if you don't know how, go ahead and ask someone. You initiate that. If you want to start a business, initiate it. Find out from people who've already done it. Find out how to do it. Find out where to go, what to do, what forms you need. I try to get my kids to advocate for themselves. You have a problem with something, you come and address the situation, or you go and see how you can do it. Remember politeness, remember your manners, remember to have your facts, everything all doled out. However, you need to be able to initiate that conversation, because sometimes some people, you will pale in the background. You will fall into obscurity because you don't know how to speak up for yourself. You don't know how to ask. You don't know, or you don't want to, or you haven't been trained on how to talk about what you need. Okay, so I need you to be self-starters. Go out and make things happen. Don't just wait for things to fall in your lap or hope things will happen because it happened to somebody else. You might not be that lucky, so you have to go and be that self-starter. Go make it happen. Number 4, learn how to talk to strangers. We've gotta give them this life skill. Like I tell my kids all the time, seemingly I talk a lot. I'm a teacher. I didn't even know that I talked a lot. Now, I'm not a fan of talking in front of people, like everybody has stage fright and all that stuff, but once you start going, it gets over it. I never knew I was like that until I started teaching. Now I'm realizing I got all this stuff up here, I gotta get it out. So I'm talking. Some of our kids haven't gotten there yet, so we have to teach them that. So maybe when they get to college, they'll be able to do it, but right now, they need to be able to talk to strangers. I've had kids who've taken the back seat in some of the cars, really? In some of the classes that they have because they didn't want to talk to the professor. I'm like, if you don't believe that you deserve a grade, fight for it. Or you didn't understand something, instead of continuing to make the same mistakes, ask the professor. Or your boss, one kid told me his job overpaid him $200 and they're going to start taking the money back out of his account. Hey, ask them why they overpaid you and why are you going to be penalized for it. Or just talk to people, talk to your manager, talk to your apartment manager, talk to your roommates. Don't keep getting run over, or don't live in ignorance when you can ask and find out. Learn how to talk. What bothers me sometimes is when some of my kids go off to college and then they come back and the same closed up, quiet kid that they were in high school, 2 years after, once you've gone to college, you're the same way. You're missing the point. Make a friend. Talk to someone if you're in the same class. And especially by the time you become a junior in college or even a sophomore, you're going to start seeing the same kids in some of the same classes. So talk to somebody. Hey, I remember you from English Lit. I remember you from Calculus 101. Figure out how to bridge that gap, how to make a friend. Hey, look up a YouTube video, how to make a friend. Talk to strangers. Number 5, learn how to manage your time. I try to get kids to do that now in high school. So I give them different things. Sometimes it might be stacked up on another and stacked up on another. And so they have to figure out, what do I do first? What do I do next? When something is due later on, I'll figure out how to do the first part. Then I'll get to that. I have to strategize and figure out how I'm going to put my time together to make the end product work. So if I don't embed it into assignments or in my daily instruction, then they need to be taught this. This is a skill that they need. You can't spend 20 of the 24 hours playing video games when you have assignments to do, you have a job, you have all these other things that are going to be impacted if you don't put down the remote, or the controller. At some point, you have to manage your time. Yes, you'd rather watch the next episode of whatever it is on Netflix, but at some point you're gonna have to turn it off because I got work to do. Dang it. I got chores to do. Dang it. I gotta go to work because I gotta pay for this apartment. Dang it. You can't spend all day chilling, Netflixing, chilling. And by chilling, I want to say something else, but I can't. But you can't spend all day doing that because you got stuff to do. Manage your time wisely. Number 6, you gotta learn how to do laundry. We gotta teach them this, guys. Now, is it the worst thing or the most important thing to know before you leave the house? No, but it's good to know ahead of time. You got to know that mom's not going to be doing your laundry anymore, whether you move out or you're still on campus. Now, it's a known thing that when kids come back for the holidays, they bring their laundry with them because they're out for a couple of days. That just makes sense. But when you're on campus and mom isn't there and you don't live too close to drive it by every day, or you don't drive, Why not learn how to do it on campus? Why not learn how to do it in your apartment complex? These are places that you can do it by yourself, and you can figure stuff out. If you pour too much detergent once and it suds up the whole laundry room, then you'll figure out next time don't pour so much. But we need to teach our kids how to do laundry. It's as simple as that. Some of my kids, one I just spoke to last week, I believe, Buddy's in 11th grade and mom's still doing his laundry. Come on, mom. You're enabling his I don't even know what to call it, because kids need to know how to do simple things. Now, if it's something like you're doing the whole for everybody, whatever, that might be overwhelming, that might be too much, that might be unfair, but you need to know how to do something. You need to know how much money to put in and how to save the money that you don't have to go beg somebody for money to do laundry. You need to remember that, okay, I'm doing laundry on Saturday, so before the campus student services closes, I need to go get my card filled up so I can use the card on Saturday because they won't be open. These are common sense things and critical thinking, and I make a lot of videos on critical thinking. We need to teach our kids this because some of them don't realize they roll up out of bed on Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and they want to do laundry, but I forgot to put money on the card. So at some point we need to start teaching them how to do laundry. That stain that we can't get rid of, let me put something on it, kind of rub it a little bit, put it back in the thing and the washer, and let it go. All right. Number 7, how to cope with failure. You're not going to be 100% at everything. You're not going to be that stellar athlete all the time. There's going to, when you go off to school, you're going to see somebody who's better than you, who looks better than you, who does better than you, who knows more than you. So you're going to have to deal with being second, third, whatever. Does that mean you're a loser? Does that mean it's done? No. That means you can either strive harder or you're okay with who you are. Be okay with who you are. So we've got to teach kids how to deal with failure. Some kids, I had to talk to some of my athletes when they've lost a match, when their season is over and they didn't do as well as they thought they would or they wanted to. I have to coach them through it because, that doesn't mean I love you. I still love you to death. It just means it's one season. It just doesn't mean it's the end. Yes, you may not be able to get your scholarship from it, but that's why we have to put our energies into something else. So we have to teach them little tricks on how to deal. You're not going to have a manager who loves you all the time or likes you at all. You're going to have a manager who screams at you all the time. You're going to have roommates when you finally turn 18 and you want to move out of your mom's house. And so you go into your own apartment, but you need a roommate. So you get a roommate or two, and your roommate is always doing stuff for you. Away from standing up for yourself, you're going to have to learn that, hey, this is not what I had in my mind. Now my roommate and his roommates are getting on my nerves, or her roommates are getting on my nerves, or she's stealing my makeup, or she's doing this. You're going to have to deal with when life doesn't give you what you want, how to deal with it positively or in a way that you won't mess yourself up. All right. And lastly, number 8, how to look for a job. I've had kids, when you get to me by senior year, there's some things that should have been handled before. If not, I try to, and that's why it seems like I give so much work, because I'm trying to do everything that wasn't done before you got to me. So you need a resume, guys. Come on. How can you not have a resume? You're going out into a world where nobody knows you. You're going to apply for a job where everybody else is applying for the job. How will you stand out? You got to have it on paper, because that's what they collect, and they figure out who they're going to call, and then they call you. If there's nothing to figure out and you're sitting there just doing an application, you don't even know how to do that, have to do that in a lesson too. If you don't know how to do that, they don't know, okay, your writing looks ridiculous. You don't know how to answer the question properly. You don't know how to spell, because, you didn't put your name out completely on people's assignments. And so you think that a job application is the same way. You scratch stuff out on the job application. You type stuff in and you misspell your own address. These are things that you need to pay attention to. These are the things that we have to teach them how to do. How to interview. People tend to ignore the fact that they always throw, yes, I'm going to teach you how to interview. But yeah, you don't teach them how to do the application too. You don't teach them how to do the resume. You don't teach them how to do the thank you letter. Even though I didn't get the position, it's good to know that you took the time. And these are like your currying favors. You're kind of getting them, oh, this guy, I turned him down, but he was nice enough to send me a thank you for it. Okay, I'm gonna keep this guy in the back of my mind, just in case the one who I actually did hire doesn't work out. These are things that kids need to know. And it's not just about the interviewing. And yes, you dress up and you do that. And then the first time you go to work for the training, you have tats up to here, and your t-shirt is all rumpled up or crumpled up, and you're rolling in there late and all this stuff. These are all the things that we need. It's not just about the interview. It's about life after and before you actually get to do the job. While you're on the job, I've had some kids, and I'm going to put it out there. I didn't want to say it earlier, but the Netflix and chill part, I'm going to say it now. Some kids I've known have lost jobs because they were caught smoking on the job. Seriously? Did that not occur to you? So kids have lost jobs because they were caught smoking, or they're late more than twice, or you know all these things. You didn't wear your tie. You didn't wear your name tag. These are things that they need to know before they go out into the real world. These are skills that we need to teach them. We need to be there for them. We need to be that community to get our kids to learn these life skills to take off. Thanks for coming to class today. I need you to go out there and be great.